going on YouTube? Pistol Pete here. So today I'm bringing you another budget one. These budget ones have been coming out to be bangers, man. Just ones that are worth getting, in my opinion. So far, the ones I've been testing have been just badass, just worth 100% worth getting. Well, worth over their price range. And let's hope that trend continues with this one. So today we're going to be talking about. Oops, oh, there we go. Either way, this one is the Ocean Knives Tracker. They just call it D2 Tracker. So it is D2 steel, and I'm gonna put the specs right here so you can just read through them, pause it if you want to take a look real thoroughly in case I miss anything. But before we get into the specs of it, I want to show you the sheath real quick. Let's get the sheath out of the way. This sucker came with a nice looking sheath, nice thick leather. Has a nice little pocket here so you can put all your fire starter stuff or whatever in here you want to put, man. I mean, just a nice executed sheath. I like the pattern. You can see there the almost like a crocodile type pattern leather. And this is, yeah, it's real leather. It smells like real leather and it feels, it looks like real leather. I mean, it's genuine leather. Has nice buckle fasteners here, so if you want to scout carry it, you can scout carry it. Actually, I think this is only scout carry, yeah. So, but it's nice. It's nice. It has a button fastener here to keep it in place, and I mean, with that button fastener in there, it ain't coming out, man. That thing's in there securely. But you could tell the quality. The quality is awesome. Oh, it does have a little spot here if you want to get a ferro rod to put a ferro rod in here for on the leather little portion here. So you got your ferro rod, and then whatever little, maybe like I said, fire starter stuff there other than the ferro rod, some fluff or whatever else you want to put in there. Just awesome. The stitching, double stitching all across the whole bottom here. So you got nice, secure, this isn't going to be ripping apart anytime soon. I like it. And then I didn't mention, but this freaking thing is $30, $29. It's, 29 bucks. So for around 30 bucks, you're getting this knife, which is, to me, so far, I haven't tested it yet. We're going to see after testing. It's a smoking deal because just the sheath alone looks like quality. That looks like a $20 sheath to me. I mean, if you get any high-end knife, a sheath like that's going to be easily the price of the knife, if not more. Usually they're $60 just for the sheath. So not bad, not a bad sheath. Everything looks nice. Let's get into the knife now. Look how nice that blade looks, man. Just a beautiful, beautiful tracker style blade. And this sucker came razor sharp, which we'll show you in a minute. All right, let's get into the specs real quick. So again, D2 steel. You got that micarta. They're calling it SAC micarta handle scales. You got these little holes here. I mean, probably just for decoration or for making it a little lighter. You got your attachment points here for a lanyard. You got one here. So if you want to maybe make a spear out of it, or if you want to put something in there to make it more secure, put it around your hand. Awesome ergonomics. This thing feels so good in hand right here like this with this little grip right here. It's not too thick. It's a little bit on the thinner side, but just feels really, really good in hand. Really good in hand. You have 11-inch overall length. You have a 6-inch blade length, and you've got about a 3/16 inch thick stock. You do have jimping right here. That feels nice for your thumb to get close up. You have, like I said, plenty of attachment points. One here, and you got your lanyard back here. You got your notching. They call it, that's definitely for notching. This one already has, let's see, I think it's just, I used it a little bit, so it's a little bit of scuffing there, but definitely nice blade, nice looking blade. I love it. And the fit and finish is perfect. For guys, remember, $30 on Amazon. I'll leave a link below in the description, so if you want to check out the link below, it'll be there. You can click on it there. And we'll see how this holds up. I mean, maybe you want it, maybe not after I do my review. But I have a feeling this is going to be a banger. I have a feeling this is going to be freaking awesome. I did bring out a piece of paper here. Knock over the camera. I put it on top of the pod so it won't blow away. So I brought a piece of paper to show you the sharpness. The sucker is a razor blade. Came out sharp. I mean, it's haircut. Both edges, the inner and the outer edge here. The primary and secondary, I guess you want to call it, if you call it that. Let's see here. Let's do a little bit of hair shaving and see. Is it hair popping sharp? Yeah, it's taking off here. It's maybe not screaming hair popping sharp, but it's definitely pulling off hair. So yeah, I would consider that sharp. I would consider that sharp. All right, guys, let's get into this bad boy. Let's see what it can do. All right, let's break down this piece of cardboard here, and use that little back hook to even take off the tape. But yeah, I mean it's fairly sharp, so this thing's gonna go through cardboard fairly well. And that, like I said, this little portion here with that little hook, when it catches it, watch this. It just pulls right through. It catches it, and then it just grabs it and immediately through. This sucker is pretty sharp. See this. Yeah. Again, not the sliciest knife, right? More outdoor survival type knife, so it's not the sliciest, but it's fairly easy. I mean, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, standard water hose. You know, stuff can be kind of difficult to cut through. It's pretty thick, pretty rubbery. Let's see how this cuts through it here. So a little bit of force, but not too bad. Using that hook there again to pull it all the way through. Not bad at all. Let's see. Oh yeah. My useless demonstration of feather sticking a water hose, but it does it. Let's see. Is it picking it up there? Look at that. Yep. Banging. Okay, at the old dead plum tree now, and this sucker is hard as a rock, dead, dried old wood. Let's take some swings and some hard chops here. First, start off some light chops, and then we'll go to hard chops, and just to see how the edge holds up. So far, it's flawless. No nothing, no nicks, no nothing on that. And then we'll do some hard chops, and just to make sure there's no rolling, chipping, folding, and to see how the ergonomics feel on the handle, see if there's any hot spots. All right, let's check it out. Just gotta chop some little bit pieces off on this. Look at that. Feels comfortable in hand so far. No hot spots. I'm gonna choke back a little bit here and see how it feels. I'm gonna go behind this little hump here and get some more leverage. Oh yeah. Oh, it's definitely removing material. You can see that flying off. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's give it some really hard downward chops here. Yeah, get some. Let's see that edge. Nope, no nicks, no folds, no rolls. Still freaking razor sharp. Man, I can barely keep my hand on that. Look at that. Flawless. Yeah. See where? Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, let's do some 4-foot drops and some hard downward throws. Check out the balance and see if anything comes loose. See if that tip bends. Tip's pretty thick, so I think it'll hold up good, but let's check it out. Oh, like an arrow. Yeah, it's following pretty damn straight. I don't see any leaning. A little bit. I think that was my finger right there. Let's try it one more time. Yeah, not bad. All right, let's do some hard downward throws. Oh, let's try that again. Bam, there we go. Man, that's sinking in pretty deep. Boom, look at that. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's check that out. Okay, so No tip bending. Handles on there nice and tight. Feels good in the hand still. I mean, nothing's coming loose. Nothing's like these aren't separating, causing any hot spots. Pretty good. Okay, let's chop at this old, it's oak, hard oak headboard. Old headboard that from an old bed. So see how it get through. Yeah, decent chopper. For the size, this is not bad. Decent chopper. Oh yeah, it's getting through that pretty damn fast. Putting some gusto behind these. Let's flip it over here. Making short work, making short work. Bam. Getting through it. Back over here. It's burrowing through. Come on. Bam. Broken a bunch of pieces. All right, let's check that edge. No damage at all. Damn, feels warm from all the pounding. But no issues at all. Edge is holding up fine. I got this old, from the plum tree branch. So let's process this, break it down. That way we can throw it in the bonfire pit later. Let's try this one. Boom. Alrighty. Actually broke that piece. Didn't cut through it, but still did the work. Not bad, not bad. Okay, let's do some batoning or battening or whatever tickles your fancy how to say it. Now let's put it on this edge here. We'll put it on the secondary edge, if you call it that. Right through that twisted knottiness. All right, let's get another piece here. What the hell, let's just baton this bed post here. This time I'll put it on the main edge here. The thick edge. Get you guys in frame. Oh man, like cake. All right, let's do a little different piece here. Let's see. This one here. Look at that freaking knotty nastiness. Let's put it right at the hook. Put some strain on that hook and see if it holds up to the abuse. Ooh, I can feel that. You guys hear that? Solid boom. But it's getting through. Man, look at that. Woo! Man, that's gonna be a tough one because this thing's knotty. Freaking naughty. Bam! But it's doing it. It's doing it. Yeah, boy. Any issues? Rolling, chipping, folding, warping? Nothing. Nothing. All right, let's do a penetration test. And then we're also going to test this for notching this back portion here. It's kind of, they're dull, they're not sharp, so I don't know how good it's going to be, but we'll see. But let's see penetration first. I'm going to grab regular grip, and then I'm going to go back here and see how it get a little more momentum. So let's go here first. Not bad, not bad. Kind of fat, so it's not going to stick too well, but I mean, it's pretty good. All right, now let me go back here now, get some, yeah, not the most slicey or penetrating blade I've tested for sure, but I mean, it's sinking in there pretty decently. Okay, let's try to do a notch on here and see what I can get. Okay, I noticed right away is if you choke up here to do notching right here, you're gonna bite yourself with that. That's fairly sharp right there. I didn't feel that when I was chopping or throwing or anything like that, but right now when I'm doing it reverse to do the notching, I do feel a hot spot right there for sure. That's sharp. So you got to choke back behind that, grab right there and let that be out in the open, because if not, you're gonna be in a roll to hurt with your hand. Yeah, I mean, that's notching. Yeah, it's doing it. It's not the best one I've ever tested, but check that out. See who's picking it up. You guys see that right there? Hopefully it's coming in the camera, but yeah, I mean, it's creating a notch, but definitely seen better. All right, let's do some feather sticking here and see how it holds up. See how it does it. It's gonna hold up, right? Every knife holds up to feather sticking. Usually, you have a really bad, shitty heat-treated knife if you can't do feather sticking with it. But let's see how it feels. So you got this little indention right here that you can rest your thumb on. It feels really good. Or you also got that jimping right there. Just keep your hand probably in the fixed position. So far, no hot spots at all within the handle. It feels really, really comfortable in handle. I should say in hand, not in handle, in hand. It feels really comfortable. So far, no issues that I found with the hot spot. So I'm gonna use this. I'm pretty sure this is what this is for here. This first primary spot, or I should say secondary edge. And yeah, I was right. Look at that. I mean, they're falling, you can see, but it's also creating it, as you can see too. Oh yeah. Now this is all old dried shit, so it's falling off, flaking off real easy, but definitely doing it, definitely making little curls, and definitely doing it easy, and it feels comfortable in hand doing it. It doesn't feel like, I don't feel any weirdness or hot spots or anything hurting my hand. But look at that. I mean, it's definitely creating the little curlicues. Only if I had better wood, less dry stuff. But yeah, look at that. And let's see. Let's use that hook now. That little hook right there, that's what this is made for, is draw, like a draw feathers. Yeah, it's working for that too. A little bit awkward here. Let's try down. There we go. Against the hook. Yeah, look at that. That little sharp spot in there is making it pretty easy, pulling a lot of material off. Man, easy peasy. Okay, that concludes my review of this Oceans Knives D2 Tracker. Another winner, guys. Another winner for $30. $30. Man, I've been lucking out with these freaking finds, man. I mean, edge held up absolutely perfect. Not one nick, not fold, no rolled. Still feels freaking razor sharp. No damage at all to the secondary, primary, the hook. Everything looks and feels like there's no damage at all. Nowhere. No, like I said, nothing. No warping. Everything feels nice and smooth. Tip, absolutely straight as a freaking arrow. The handle's beautiful. I love the look of that handle. That handle looks really, really nice. Everything has been really ground down to, like, I mean, you can't even feel where that micarta starts and the metal starts. I mean, it's just perfectly ground to feel comfortable. This part here was a little sharp. You can see there, even there you can tell on the camera, it's sharp, it's pointy. So when you're doing the reverse you're gonna do notching, man, you gotta choke back here, because if not, that's gonna hurt like hell. That did hurt like hell. I mean, it even put a little tiny indentation in the middle meat of my hand. So yeah, so definitely that's not gonna be good for the doing your notching. But other than that, when you're chopping and stuff, I didn't feel any discomfort. When I was just hacking down like that or going behind it, I mean, I didn't feel anything when it came to that. I felt very comfortable. Perfectly balanced. I mean, this thing threw. You guys saw the throwing. I mean, I didn't miss any. I usually miss. I think I missed once from throwing back, and that was just me from not adjusting properly. But it wasn't the knife. But it really didn't. All the ones that were at normal range, I made stick every time. Felt really good throwing. For $30, this is one hell of a knife. Not the best chopper I ever tested. Again, this is smaller than some of the choppers I had, different grind, things like that. So it's not gonna chop so well. But again, for the size, I would put this up against any expensive tracker at this size. Yeah, there's bigger trackers. Obviously, the more weight you have, the more momentum you coming down and you chop better. But at this size, with this, I think it's going to chop just the same as all the rest, and it looked like it's holding up really, really well too. So, I mean, time will tell with use, but I think it's going to hold up just fine. I mean, there's no damage at all. This thing is like, look at it, little bit of scuffing or a little bit of, actually, that might even be just some of this stuff here might even be just the tape from when I was cutting that cardboard box, the tape resin. I just got to wipe it down and clean that off really good. But yeah, I mean, it's a freaking banger. And then this leather sheath alone is just amazing. This thing is just badass. Highly, highly recommend it. Again, like I said, these Chinese companies with these Chinese knives, these budget knives, they're actually amazing me. They're actually coming up with some really high quality stuff for great affordable prices. You know, I know that whole political, how do you say, side. Put that aside, you know, as far as, you know, getting American made, supporting Americans. I get that. I'm for that. But I'm just talking strictly quality for the price. You can't beat stuff like this anymore from Chinese, you know, from China and some of these other countries like Taiwan. They're putting out super high-end quality knives for affordable prices. You know, that's just the facts. I'm not trying to, that's not even political. That's just facts. So, I mean, if you're looking for an awesome tracker for $30, anywhere else you'd be getting this. Any American-made company or any higher-end company, you're gonna be paying at least minimum $150 to $200 minimum. But I mean, this thing is a banger. It held up really, really well. Felt really good in hand for the price. So, that's it for this one, man. Enough said. The proof's in the pudding. You saw everything that it did. I think that's an awesome knife, and I would highly recommend it. All right, guys. Please like, subscribe, share, and until next knife, gun, or whatever.